Hello, Serge here from the Backyard Driving Range. All right, we have a question that came in to customer service from John Davis. And I'll preface this by saying this question is referring to the daily that I did about head position, proper head position and address, and how you can never have it if you're wearing bifocals or trifocals, where you have to put your head down to see over the top, which tucks your chin into your chest, which now has your chin in the way of lifting your arms in the backswing, as well as a few other issues in terms of it takes the neck muscles, the shoulder, the back muscles out of dynamic balance, which is going to give you difficulty also in raising your arms up and having your arms in a position that they can make a good move back to the ball on the way down. So I covered all of that in there. So John starts off by saying, suppose Doug and the rest of us do not wear bifocals. What then is the answer to the question? The subject was, learn how to use your eyes in a setup position. So that was the question. Well, how's your head supposed to be in a good setup position? Well, basically, if I'm standing here, and as I'm standing here right now, looking at all of you, talking to you to the camera, I'm just standing here and my head is straight up and down with my spine. All right, my eyes are level to the ground, right? If we stand this way, it's difficult to maintain balance and everything else because your eyes function on horizontal to the ground. That's why when we have a finish, we stand up and end up straight, erect in a T finish, shoulders horizontal, spines vertical, with the head directly on top and the eyes horizontal to the ground. The eye functions with best balance in horizontal, and in terms of as you're walking and as you're doing anything, your brain can function correctly in managing your balance and what you're doing and analyzing what's happened when your eyes stay horizontal on the ground. So that's why we basically stand or sit, keeping our eyes horizontal. All right. So once you're standing here in this position, all right, your head's in line with your spine. So what happens to a lot of golfers when they address the ball? They walk in here and they take their grip and they walk into the ball and they bend over, they let their head tumble downward. All right. Now, naturally, if you're wearing bifocals or trifocals, you have to bend that head down to see over the top because you can't see the ball, because the whole bottom of the glasses is for close-up reading. The ball's far enough away where you can't really see it, so you have to look over the top. As soon as you press your chin in there, now you have problems of your chin being in the way. You have to have that nice room. In fact, when I swing a golf club, one of my feelings is that when my head's in a proper position, and I, like a lot of you, I tend to get the head down a little bit because I tend to just get sloppy and careless to get over there. Instead of making sure my hips are out and I'm in good athletic posture, I just tend to slouch a little bit. All right, and the head comes down, and next thing you know, my chin's getting away on my shoulders. I'm not making a complete backswing lift, as well as at least turning to my toe line, which is supposed to be. So I have to keep the heads up. And when I get my head up, I wear glasses when I play. I cannot play outside without sunglasses on. And this is my playing pair. They're tinted. They go in and out. So depending on the sun, it lightens up if there's not a lot of sun, and it gets a lot darker. But if I'm standing here with proper position to look at my golf ball, when I stand here and I take my dress here, and when I bend over and I go down, notice I'm maintaining the angle of my head, my neck to my shoulders, my spine, and spine, shoulders and spine. And I'm here. Right now I am looking out the very bottom of my glasses here, which is where bifocals would be. That's my clue that if I'm playing golf and I'm in a good concentration mode and analysis mode, that everything is correct. If I get over here and I'm looking more towards the top of my glasses, I know my head's down. So it's get in that erect posture, get in that good upper stance, your posture that you'd stand and just standing here talking to somebody. And then when you take your grip and you walk over, your head, you bend over at the waist, the hips go out, the torso bends, the spine angle changes, the head goes down, that follows the shoulders, but it can't collapse. You have to be tall like this. So the answer to the question is what your spine angle is, what your head is, referencing your spine and shoulders. When you stand normal and you bend over to hit a golf ball, it stays the same. And so if you have glasses, you're looking more out the bottom of them, all right, which is where bifocals would be, and that can't happen if you got bifocals seeing the ball. So just maintain your head position relative to your body in a balanced position standing up, as well as that address. And so when you do that, that'll have you in a good position. And the reason why that I kind of get the feeling I know it's going a little bit bad is I feel like when I get a good lift, when I lift up the club very well, my chin will actually touch the back of my bicep right about here. It'll touch it. And I could actually use that as a concept that you heard me talk about, ringing the bell. Bing, bang. And if I get here like this, it's more hitting me, my arm's coming up and hitting me more in the mouth. Right off the bat, that's a clue that as long as I'm awake, I know I've had my head was down too low on that shot. And I'm probably very much likely going to do what? I haven't turned enough. I'm going to get moved slightly ahead and haven't lifted enough. So my body's going to have to kick, my upper body's going to have to kick in to get some energy, some strength, some speed, and I'll be over top. I'll very likely hit the ball probably a little to the chunky side, or as I try to come out of it, hit it a little bit thin. So the key is stand up as you walk in, maintain your spine angle. That's why God made our eyes in a socket. They move up and down, right? So when you keep your head up like this, looking straight forward that way, and I bend over only halfway, then I have to make my eyes go down. My eyes have to then go downward to see the ball. And I'm seeing them through the bottom of my glasses. Now I got a good tall erect torso. My head's in a good position. I have the room for my arms to raise. Arm to touch my chin. Hit a good golf shot. Okay? So the answer is, whatever your natural posture is, that's what you should be in, and you just have to make sure your eyes roll downward to see the ball, not put your head down so you're looking straight out of your eye socket to see the ball. Head up, stand tall, in a good position, and your eyes go down to see it, and if you're wearing glasses, you'll see it out the bottom. Okay? That's proper head position for hitting a golf ball. Be standing in very tall, so we lift our arms to that 3/4 vertical swing to hit those better golf shots and shoot those lower scores. That's it for the search for today, and I'll be talking to you all again soon.